Nothing bad ever lasts. Hello, all you beautiful souls out there in my social media family. How are you doing today? My name's Chris, and I'm here to help you find your happiness. In today's video, we're going to be discussing how nothing bad ever lasts unless we allow it to. Now, I know that I've in the past have been in situations where I was just like, oh my gosh, like when will this ever end? And I think what caused me to be in that mode was that I was relying on other people or external situations to be a certain way in order to be happy within myself, right? And so I think the biggest factor in me changing that belief was getting to a point where I didn't want to feel that way anymore. And, you know, but not so, you know, I know that none of us ever want to feel that way, but I think the hardest point is like making that choice to change that, to not want that anymore. I don't think that's the hard part, because no one wants to feel that way. Like I just said a second ago, no one wants to feel that way. I think the hard part is believing that it is as simple as making that choice, right? And understanding that nothing can harm us, nothing can hurt us unless we allow it to. Now, I understand there's other situations, you know, like if someone's holding a gun to your head or, you know, coming at you with an axe or something like that, that may be a little bit different, right? But for the most part, in everyday life, you know, when we are in relationships with friends, at work, whatever it may be, right? There's nothing that can actually hurt us unless we allow it to. And even more so, those situations that are bad only continue to stay that way if we allow them to. So if we can start to understand that, you know, when something bad happens in our life, that it's actually there for us to learn from it. You hear me say this all the time, you know, life happens for us to learn, not to us to suffer, right? And the quicker that we can learn the lessons from those experiences, the quicker we can get out of those bad situations, or, you know, contrasting situations is what I like to call them now, right? And so that's kind of one of the things that I want to challenge you to do, is look at whatever things that are going on that you're labeling as bad, and really start to understand that you can make the choice like that. I mean, like that, to make it go away, right? And how do we do that? We do that by understanding that it is as simple as a choice, that it is our responsibility, not somebody else's responsibility for our happiness. And the quicker that we can do that, the quicker that we can get away from all of these things that we are labeling as bad. And, you know, for me in the past, you know, like I said earlier, that was really difficult because I was really caught up in those situations. And the more that we care about certain things, you hear me say this all the time, the more that we care about, you know, a person, a place, or a thing, the harder it is when that gets, you know, taken away from us, the harder it is for us to come out of those situations. But I want you to learn from the things that, you know, those are the things, let me take a step back here. I want you to really, I want to share all of these things that I have learned from and been able to get out of those bad situations, because I've been in it, guys. I mean, like, whatever it is that you're going through, I have probably been in a similar situation, if not worse. And I can tell you right now that my situations have probably been worse than 95% of the people out there. Well, let's be conservative here, and let's say 80% of the people out there, because I know that there's a lot of people out there in the world that are experiencing a lot, you know, heavier things that I have. But yet I have experienced some really, really crappy things. And when I was in them, you know, the hardest thing was for me was believing that I was in control of those situations, and that as long as I choose to not look at those situations as bad anymore, that's what's going to help me get out of them, right? So that's, again, the challenge that I have for you guys, is to start looking at all of these things that you consider bad as lessons and start to learn from them so you can get out of them quicker. And if you're having a hard time, please, please, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you guys figure out how, you know, what the root cause of your situations are that are keeping you in that state of suffering, in that painful state of whatever it may be, anxiety, depression, fear, hate, any of those. I've been able to get myself out of all of them, and I cannot tell you how much better my life is once I understood that not all bad things will last as long as we decide for those things to change. All right, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, and please share this video with somebody who you think might benefit from it, because we never know when the right words from the right person will hit somebody at the right time and help them find their happiness. Until next time, I'm sending you all much love. Namaste.